Welcome to the Deep Dive. Our goal today really is to help you cut through all the noise, give you a shortcut to getting properly informed on a pretty fascinating subject without it feeling like homework. Today, we're unpacking the, well, remarkable journey of one of Bollywood's most dynamic, most distinctive stars. We've got this comprehensive biography about him, and we're basically going to pull out the most important bits, the surprising facts, and guide you through his incredible rise.
Exactly. Our focus is really on understanding how this actor managed to carve out such a specific and successful niche in Indian cinema. It's a great case study, actually, building a brand, looking at his background, his skills, and, the path his career took.
Okay, let's jump in there. Our subject today, Jai Hemant Shroff. But everyone knows him as Tiger Shroff, born March 2nd, 1990, right there in Mumbai, Maharashtra, India.
And the family context as well, it's pretty crucial here, I think. He's the son of Jackie Shroff, the veteran Bollywood actor, and Aisha Dutt, who's a producer and former actress herself. So, he comes from Bollywood royalty, essentially, which gives him a platform, sure, but maybe also, huge pressure to make his own mark. He's Indian, of course.
And his core things are actor, dancer, and martial artist. That mix alone is interesting, right? It sets the stage for someone unique. But how did he actually take that blend and, make it his?
Exactly, and that's the key, isn't it? That very specific blend. He didn't just sort of dabble in these things. He mastered them.
Right. So his debut, Hero Panti, 2014,
Uh-huh.
directed by Sabir Khan, Kriti Sanon was in it too. That really put it on the map. But, thinking about that lineage, was his rise so quick just because of talent? Or did the family name kind of open doors, making that niche easier to find?
That's a really fair question. I mean, the name definitely helps, right? Gets you in the room. But what's fascinating about Harapanti is, okay, it was a commercial success, yeah. But it immediately positioned him as this unique action hero. He won awards for that first performance.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it wasn't a slow burn. It was like, bang, people recognized these specific skills he had, and he just leaned right into it, carved out that niche, action and dance films, made that hyper-specialization his superpower, really, in an industry where maybe versatility is often expected.
Hmm.
He turned that mix of martial arts and dance into this almost like superhero brand that nobody else was doing.
And speaking of the martial arts,
Yeah.
that's not just a small part of it, is it? It's fundamental.
Yeah.
His background there is exceptional.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just like a hobby he picked up for films. It's deep. It's the backbone of his whole brand. He holds a 5th-degree black belt in Taekwondo, which, for anyone who doesn't know, that's a serious level of dedication. Taekwondo focuses on kicks, dynamic movements. It's highly disciplined.
And he didn't stop at Taekwondo, did he? He's trained in others, too.
Yeah, exactly. Things like wushu, that's a Chinese martial art, very acrobatic, dynamic, and Kalaripayattu.
Farupiatu, right.
Right.
The ancient Indian one. Very fluid, almost like dancing.
Precisely. And all this diverse training, it's not just for show, it's what lets him do those crazy stunts, the ones that look like they defy gravity. He's famous for doing his own action sequences, and that's not just like an acting choice, it's a huge draw for his fans. They see the authenticity, the effort.
Yeah, you can tell he's become this huge fitness icon, hasn't he? Especially with younger audiences in India.
Yeah.
You have to think, though, there must be immense pressure to keep that up, that image, that physique. The commitment is just, wow.
Actually, I read somewhere that a lot of that specific style, the physique, the stunts, comes from training with Zili Mawai, a national-level gymnast. That makes sense. It shows you the level of specialized, rigorous training behind it all. It's not just hitting the gym, it's targeted skill development. But, it's not just the martial arts and the physique. His dance skills are just as impressive. That's the other pillar of his identity, really.
And it's interesting, he gets compared to Hrithik Roshan a lot, doesn't he? Another amazing dancer in Bollywood. What does that comparison actually tell us?
Well, being compared to Hrithik Roshan, I mean, that puts you in the absolute top tier of Bollywood dancers. Hrithik is known for, fluidity, grace, technical brilliance. So yeah, being mentioned in the same breath, it really speaks volumes about Tiger's own level of skill and command over movement. It implies that kind of elite proficiency.
And specifically, people talk about his breakdancing and his popping locking skills.
Popping and locking those street dance styles, characterized by sharp, isolated moves, quick motions.
Yeah.
It actually complements his martial arts background really well, doesn't it? That kind of sharp, agile movement you see in his action scenes finds its way into his dance, too.
You definitely see it in the music videos and film sequences.
And here's something maybe surprising, connecting back to his control over his craft. He's actually choreographed some of his own dance routines.
Really? In films and music videos?
Yeah. which shows, his input goes beyond just performing. He's actively shaping his on-screen presence, co-creating that magic.
Okay, let's touch on his filmography a bit, just to give a sense of his work over time. So after Hail Ponte, there was Boggy in 2016,
Mm.
A Flying Jet, also 16, Muna Michael 17, Boggy 2 in 18, Student of the Year 219, Boggy 3 in 2020, and then Ganapath in 2023. And you can really see, especially with that Boggy series, how they kept pushing the action with each film, showcasing his physical evolution, right?
Absolutely. The Boggy films became his signature action franchise, each one trying to top the last. And, speaking of that Hrithik Roshan comparison, War 2019, that was a big deal.
Yeah, co-starring with Hrithik.
Exactly. It brought that whole comparison right onto the screen. A battle of the titans, you could say, in terms of dance and action. Huge cinematic event.
And he's still going strong. Projects lined up, like Rambo, a remake of the Stallone classic, which is ambitious.
Yep.
And Boggy 4 is apparently announced too. Shows he's sticking around, evolving. Oh, and here's a fun bit of trivia. I found he was the voice for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man!
Yeah, in the Hindi-dubbed version of Spider-Man. Homecoming. Does that fit, given his serious action image? Or does it connect to something else?
That's interesting. But actually, yeah, I think it fits perfectly when you look at his inspirations. He's openly said he's a massive fan of Bruce Lee, Michael Jackson, and, wait for it, Hrithik Roshan.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Right. So you see the martial arts precision from Lee, the dance flair from MJ, maybe that cool factor and dance from Hrithik. The Spider-Man voice thing, it just kind of underlines that whole superhero, agile, cool persona he projects.
Good point. And all this work, this unique brand, it's definitely brought him recognition. Awards, too. Things like the IFSO Award for Star Debut of the Year Male. That's a big one for newcomers in Bollywood. And the Stardust Award for Superstar of Tomorrow, Big Star Entertainment Award.
Yeah.
These early wins really cemented him quickly.
Yeah, those awards matter. But beyond that, you see his impact just in general public recognition. He's always showing up in lists of the fittest celebrities in India, top celebrity rankings, that sort of thing. And it's not just about being famous, is it? It feels like he's kind of reshaped what a male lead physique can look like in Bollywood. Moved it towards this super disciplined, athletic ideal. He's definitely inspired a lot of young people towards fitness.
Totally. And you see that reflected in his social media, his Instagram, @Tiger Shroff. Over 40 million followers as of 2025. That's huge. And he uses it smart, right? Shares workout videos, dance clips, behind-the-scenes stuff, exactly what his fans follow him for. Reinforces the brand constantly.
And that massive following, that clear brand image, translates directly into commercial power. Look at his endorsements. He's a brand ambassador for some really big names. Asics India, Pepsi, Casio, Matcha Sporto, Garnier Men, fashion, fitness, tech. It shows these brands trust his image. They're buying into that disciplined, fit, dynamic persona he puts out there. It's real influence beyond just the movies.
So we've talked a lot about the screen persona, the brand. But what about the person? The man behind the muscles? What do we know about his personal life?
Well, his public persona is actually quite different from many stars. He's known for being pretty humble, often described as shy, actually, and extremely disciplined. In an industry that's often about, flash and drama, his sort of quiet focus really stands out.
And relationship-wise, he's often linked with Disha Patani, his co-star, right? But they've never actually confirmed it.
That's right. They've been seen together a lot, lots of speculation, but neither has ever gone on record confirming a romantic relationship, which again kind of points to him being quite private. And that ties into another point. He seems to make a very deliberate choice to stay out of industry controversies and gossip, which is pretty noticeable, right, compared to many public figures. It just reinforces that image of discipline and focus. It's like he lets the work, the physical stuff, do all the talking. All strategic. So yeah, when you put it all together, Tiger Shroff is, he's really carved out his own space. A unique figure in Bollywood. It's that blend, isn't it? The incredible physical skill, the discipline in martial arts and dance, but also that humble, focused way he carries himself off screen. It's a distinctive path he's forged.
It really is remarkable how he's built such a specific identity, such a strong brand, in what must be an incredibly competitive industry. He's not just an actor. He's Tiger Shroff, the action dance guy. He sort of owns that space. Which brings us to a final thought, I guess, looking ahead. Considering this intense dedication to physical performance and how deliberately he avoids controversy, what kind of impact might this very specific brand of stardom have, on the future of action heroes? In Bollywood, maybe even more widely. Are we going to see more actors taking this super specialized discipline route? Or will audiences eventually want something different again?
It definitely makes you think, doesn't it? about how that kind of personal discipline, that focused niche, when it's done so consistently and frankly so well, how it can lead to such major influence and secure a really unique, lasting place in the industry. Something to ponder.